dun, 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Why is it so dark when I put that up? I don't know. Well, anyways, we'll have to figure it out. All right, so thank you for joining me. This is your host, ID Jester. The Atlanta Braves make their long-awaited return to face off against the New York Mets. And we'll be getting into that just shortly. It's time for Atlanta Braves baseball on the ID Jester Superstation, says TriFan879. Awesome channel, love his stuff. He does a great job. Check out his Minnesota Twins 2016 replay. Have a great time watching him, and he's got a really good setup there as well. So yes, we are finally getting back into some payoff pitch baseball. The 2018 Atlanta Braves taking on the New York Mets. Just an update for you guys. These are version 7 of my updated rule chart. So you can see kind of breaks down each of the individual plays that you might run into. So we got a single runner moving from first to third. And you know how you handle that in certain situations. Auto advancements based upon where the dice or where the play was hit. We added now where it'll actually tell you color. Check the color D6. 1 and 2 goes to left. 3, 4 to center. 5, 6 to right field. Same thing for a single runner going from second to home. Of course, if you don't get the auto advance, you can always use your choice, where basically we're using very similar rule to what's actually in the payoff pitch. You're going to roll 2d6 and compare it to the run rating and the fielder's arm rating. If the total is equal or less than both, the runner's safe. If the total is greater than both, then the runner's out. If the total is greater than one rating but equal to or less than the other, you're going to roll a 10-sider and check this little chart there. Very similar. We have stolen base attempts as well. We have ground out advance. We have sacrifice flyouts, sacrifice bunts, and bunting for hit. And then we have the hit and run plays, the outfielders playing in, defense plays, and defensive playing in plays. So we'll be looking at these charts when these situations come up. What I'm trying to do with these charts is to streamline them, the rules, and not make it too hard for you to move on from play to play, but add in some of the players' stats, the run rating, the arm throwing, their different steal ratings and bunt ratings and stuff like that, back into the game as opposed to just using a generic chart. So if you are looking for a copy of these, just send me an email to idjesterlive@gmail.com. I will ship these out to you. But soon we will be sending the final version to Joe over at Payoff Pitch there. And he will probably be posting this on his website, so you might be able to check these out there as well if you don't send me an email. So these these plays are kind of just references when you do a hit and run play, the differences that happen in the game. When you're doing a defensive play, we do things a little bit different on the defensive play and what that represents. When the defense is playing in and the outfield playing in as well. These are more these original charts for base running advancements, steals, ground out advancements, sacrifice flies, and sacrifice bunting. So these are pretty common standard plays there. So again, if you want to see a copy of these, just send me an email, idjesterlive@gmail.com, and we'll email these out to you again within the next week or two. We're going to have these finalized and sent over to Joe at Payoff Pitch, and hopefully he'll like them and post them on his website. So you might be able to get those there. So I had a lot of feedback so far. Still looking for more feedback. So if you're a payoff pitcher, a payoff pitch player, try and say that 3 times, Um, and you want to get a hold of these to try them out and give me some feedback, just send me an email and let me know. All right, so let's get to it. Here we have game number 29. We're taking on the New York Mets, and this is in Citi Field. So we're in Citi Field. We're on the road. We just played the Mets in the last game. This is a 3-game series. Let's look at our starting lineups if you don't mind. So we got Ozzie Albies. He's going to be at second base. Ronald Acuna Jr. in left field. We have Freddie Freeman at first base. Nick Markakis is in right field. Tyler Flowers is the catcher today. Dansby Swanson, shortstop. Ryan Flaherty is the third baseman. Sean Newcomb is the pitcher, batting in the 8th spot. Got to try and remember that so I don't screw it up. And Ender Inciarte batting 9th. So that's the lineup for the Braves. And now the host team, the New York Mets, is going to be as Drupal Cabrera. And, oops, I got to switch my sheet over here. Make it a little easier. So as Drupal Cabrera, he's at second base. Let's slide down a little bit. There we go. Then we have Wilmer Flores. He's at first base. Yotis Cespedes is in left field. Todd Frazier's at third base. Jay Bruce is in right field. Juan Lagares is starting in center field today. Ahmad Rosario is the shortstop. Jose Lobaton is the catcher. And pitching today will be none other than Jacob deGrom. Jacob deGrom. So take a look at his card here. So Jacob, let's see if we can zoom in. He was started 32 games, had one complete game, 10-9, 1.70 ERA. So pretty tough battle. Jacob deGrom against Sean Newcomb. Let's take a look at Sean Newcomb's card here. He's got that ballpark right in the 7. That's never a good thing. I'm telling you, it's not going to be a good thing. But he was 12-9 with a 3.90 ERA. We just have to avoid that rolling 7s. But if you know, you're going to roll a lot of 7s on 2d6s. So those are the 6s. If the percentiles is going to go black then yellow for our results. And I think we've got everything covered. Let's get things underway here in Citi Field. If we look, what does it show here for Atlanta? So yeah, we just started getting, we lost the first 26 games of data. So with starting in game 27, but we were 13-13. So we can just kind of go from there. So you add 13 to our win-loss record. We're basically sitting at 14-14 after 28 games in the season. Our ERA is sky high here, 7.41. And let's see if we can get a win against these dreaded New York Mets. The New York Mets. deGrom again, says Sports Time Machine. Yep. This is game. Let me make sure I didn't screw up and put the wrong game in, but this is game number. This will be game number 29. We did not do game. Hopefully, we did not already do game 29. Let me just double check to make sure I didn't screw up. That's a possibility. That is a possibility. Last game was game number 28 that I saw on my channel. Game number 28. So this would be game number 29. So game number 29 of the season shows Jacob deGrom. So he wasn't the starting pitcher in yesterday, or in the last game, was he? Let's just double check. No, it was Syndergaard. Syndergaard pitched against Soroka. Right. Yeah, Soroka pitched a hell of a game. Even though he only pitched in 5 games in real life, he pitched us a hell of a game in the first game of the series. So, yeah, deGrom against Newcomb. So, deGrom against Albies right off the bat here. Righty, lefty. I'm sorry. Yeah, righty and a switch hitter, so he would bat left, obviously. But, all right, here we go. Top of the first, Ozzie batting .500 on the season, 4 hits, 8 at-bats. That is a 7, so that is an in play, but an 84 is going to be out of range, and it's going to be a fly ball. It's going out to center field. Out there's Zagaris, and it only helps if I click on the right button. There we go. Let's try this again. Fly ball to center field. Zagaris is going to make the catch. One away, and away we go here. The attendance today, this is a game that was played on May 2nd, 2018. It was 7:10 start. 23,528 fine folks showed up for this game. So Ronald Acuna Jr., he's batting .556 so far early in this season here. Game number 28, 5 hits, 9 at-bats. Again, we lost all of our data from the first 26 games. If you're just joining us, as many times as they played seeing DeGrom is quite possible. All right, here we go. That is an 11. 11 is ballpark. We're at Citi Field. Wheelhouse for lefties, 46. Wheelhouse for righties, 48. So 74 is going to be an in-play check. Ronald Acuna against the right-hander, 1-48. That is a 34. That's going to be a single, solid single by Ronald Acuna Jr. So if we look at our stolen base ratings, let's just take a look at our charts here to show you how easy this is to figure out. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your steal attempt rating. And for Ronald Acuna, he's a B. So that is an 8. You're going to add or subtract the catcher's arm and add or subtract which base he's trying to steal. So he's trying to steal to second base, so that's no adjustment. We just need the catcher's arm. Catcher today is going to be Lobaton. Let's check out his arm rating real quick for you guys here. So Lobaton here, if I can get it to zoom in, there we go. He's got an arm of 4, so not very good. Not a little bit worse than average. So with a +4, or with an arm, he gets 4, you get a +1. So at 8, +1 is a 9. But of course, you do need to get the hold rating, which is not in the regular payoff pitch. This is just in mine. For Jacob DeGrom, he's got a hold rating of 8. So we're going to try and get the jump on Jacob DeGrom. We need an 8 or less. And that is an 8. So we get the jump if we want to take it. Then we will roll the dice. And we roll these as well because you can always get errors on the throw and stuff. So he will be in there with a 9 or less. And that is a 12. So he's out, but if the roll is a 12, then we're going to check on an error on the catcher on his throw. So if the roll is a 12, you're going to check error on the catcher. So the catcher, again, if we go and check out Lobaton here, he's got an error of 5, which is really, really good. He doesn't make many errors, so what you do is roll the dice. If it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's no error. A 6 will be an error, and that is an error on the throw. So stolen base, and he's going to move up on the error to third base. So the caught stealing goes for naught as Lobaton throws that out into center field, and I can hear all the way from Combat Painter, I can feel him groaning and yelling already all the way from his house to my house. So it's a stolen base, and then he's going to move up on the error on advancing to third. Damn it, it won't. All right, that's fine. All right, so Acuna makes it all the way to third on the error. Could have been, should have been safe. But pretty much anytime you roll a 12, there's going to be an error check on any one of my charts, which is pretty standard. So if you use the charts, everything's pretty standard around. So TriFan 879 says boo. Error on the Mets catcher. I know. Yeah, Combat Painter. He's going to be cussing me out for sure. So runner in scoring position, defense will play in. So let's take a look at what happens when the defense. Let's take a look at what happens when the defense plays in, shall we? All right. So when the defense plays in, Anytime there's a throw at home, it's a -2 to the run rating of whoever's on base to their success rating. So, for example, if we go back to Ronald Acuna, let's take a look at him. So Ronald Acuna has a run rating of 7 there. You can see that, run rating of 7. So if he was to come home and we don't have anybody playing in, then if he rolls 7 or less, he's in there safe. If you're playing in, you get a -2 to your run rating. So now he's got to roll a 5 or less on 2d6. So it's much tougher for him to advance with the defense playing in. But if you get a wheelhouse check, all ground outs to the player, any player that's playing in is now a hit instead of a out. So wheelhouse checks are bad. And then, not only that, but in plays checks with odd numbers, ground outs to a position playing in will result in a base hit instead. Just remember, O for out, O for odd. O for odd, O for out. So if it's an odd number and an in play, and your guys are playing in, it just gets by them as they're now don't have as much time to react. So -2 to anybody coming home to be safe. Wheelhouse checks are always now hits if they're playing in, and in plays if they're odd will be a out as well. So I'll zoom in on this so you guys can maybe, if I can, come on. Come on, you stupid camera. You can do it. It doesn't like the white. I know my camera just doesn't like the white. So anyways, defense will play in. Pitchers and catchers are always considered in. And so it would just be the cornermen, third base, and you can play corners in or you can play the whole defense in. We're just going to play corners in. So corners in for Freddie Freeman. Corners in for Freddie Freeman. And that is a 4, so that is a tough 0-9. Tough 0-9 right-hander. He strikes him out. So 2 outs now. Runner at third. Can they get this first hit from Nick Markakis? Defense will play back now with 2 away. Markakis rolls a 5. Tough 33. Tough 33 against the right-hander. And that is a line drive into right field for a single. That one falls out in front of Jay Bruce, and trotting in is Acuna to score and give the Braves a 1-0 lead. And the groans are continuing from Combat Painter's house. Tyler Flowers, the catcher. Runner at first. Now we can look at Markakis. He's a D stealer. So with a D steal rating, you're looking at a D steal rating is going to give you a 6. And with the catcher's arm +1 is going to give you a 7. Still not a great chance to steal. So Tyler Flowers put on the hit and run. And we got us a 4. So 4 is tough 98. Well, it's going to be a fly ball out to left field, and that's going to do it. That's going to be 2 hits, 1 run, and the error. And we go to the bottom of the first. So Sean Newcomb pitching today for the Braves, the left-hander. We're going to try to remember he's a lefty, so we're going to be using the left side. And he's going up against Asdrubal Cabrera. So Asdrubal, 2 hits, 4 at-bats against the Braves so far. What'd I tell you? 7 right off the bat. First roll, it's a 7. Ballpark 17. 17 means it's a wheelhouse, so 1 to 65. That's a 64, so it's going to be one of those games I see. It's going to be a single, though, as Asdrubal Cabrera. He's an F stealer, not very good, so he'll stay there. Wilmer Flores, the first baseman. Let's try not to get another 7 there, Sean Newcomb. And that is even worse because it's a 12. It directly goes to the wheelhouse. And that is a 17 versus a lefty. 17 is going to be a double. Double. So let's look at our chart. So we have a double. We have a runner at first. And we look at the colored dice, which is a 6, so that tells us it went to right field here, right? So these are things that'll give you an auto advance from first to home. If it was a hit and run, was it a hit and run? No, it wasn't. If there's 2 outs and you have a run rating of 6 or higher, well, there's not 2 outs, so we don't have that didn't come into play. Wheelhouse. Oh wait, we just had a wheelhouse play, so we know the runner comes from first all the way home, and we got us a tie ball game. So that's how that works. The auto run or the auto advance shows you just about wheelhouse on everything. Will give you an extra base hit. With 2 outs, you have to have a run rating of 6 or higher. In play checks, depending on where the ball goes to, you might need a 7 or 8 or 9. And any defensive checks, if the run rating is 6 or higher, will give you auto advances. All right, so that's going to be a double. And coming in to score is Cabrera, and we got us a tie ball game here in the bottom of the first. Jonas Cespedes, runner second. That is a 10. Patient 67. 67 against the lefty is a walk. So Cespedes good against the left-hander, so runners are first and second. And this has not started off well for Sean Newcomb. If we look at Sean Newcomb, oh, well, because he lost his data from the first game, right? He did not pitch. He has not pitched well yet for us, so let's just keep that in mind. So we do have Ton Frazier up. Ton Frazier, let's slide all this stuff over slightly for you guys. There we go. That give you a little bit better view of what's going on here. There we go. Kind of arrange things nice and neat. There we go. Sean Newcomb did not pitch well for us in the previous 2 games. He starts 30 games for the Braves, and he's got a pretty brutal card, so I predict lots of losses. 6 is tough 92. That's a fly ball. It's headed out there to left field. Out there is Ronald Acuna. He's going to make the catch, and we could advance a runner from second to third on the fly. It was hit to left field, so you would have to use a chance, and at this point they're not going to do that now with 2 runners on, so no runners are going to advance. Jay Bruce steps in, right fielder. There we go. That is a 7 ballpark. 95 though fortunately is an in play. Jay Bruce, 1-39 will be a hit. That is an 83. That is a fly ball to center field. And again, we could try to tag someone up, but it all depends on their speed. So Flores, he's only got a run rating of 4. So the chances of him advancing are going to be very, very slim. He would have to roll 4 or less on 2d6s. So 2-2 or, 2-1 or 1-1. Not very good chance. So Juan Lagares, center fielder, he steps in against Sean Newcomb. Yo, Evan. That's a patient 73, and that's out of his range, thank God. Grounder to second base. Ozzy's going to make it, and that's going to do it. But that is 2 hits, 1 run. The big blow, a double, and we got us a tie ball game, 1-1. So Dansby Swanson steps in, the shortstop. Jacob DeGrom takes the field here, top of the second inning. At City Field. DJ went crap stealer with the Yo Evan there. That's right. That's right. Yo Evan. That's a 5. 5 is tough. Tough 91. That's grounder to short. Making the play is going to be a Rosario. 1 away. Ryan Flaherty. Ryan Flaherty, third baseman today. And Yo Evan, ballpark, 87, so that's just an in play for Ryan Flaherty. Right-hander 1-40 will be a base hit. That is a 23. That will be a single. So a single by Flaherty. He's got a C steal rating. Takes him from a 7 up to an 8 if he gets the jump. Now, I think he has, with the pitcher spot coming up, is he going to try? Now, the pitcher, I need to get my cards out here, don't I? I did not get my cards out yet. So, give me a second here. All right. So, Sean Newcomb is using card number 1, which is horrible. Great. So, not only is he a bad pitcher, he's a bad bunter as well. Great. And Jacob deGrom uses card number 5. So, we'll get his card out. There we go. Card number 5. So, he is a C bunter. So, if we look at our bunt, that's not it. That's not the right chart. So, sacrifice bunt here. So, he's a C bunter, 7 or less. If you roll 7 or less, it's a good bunt, and you sacrifice. If you roll higher than that, then the defense has a chance to get the runner out if they want to risk throwing him out. So it depends on how fast they are at, their chance of getting you out, et cetera, et cetera. So runner on is a 6. So if you don't get a good sacrifice here, we could have trouble. So C sacrifice is 7 or less. It's at 9, so they could go for the lead runner. So we will calculate it. So we need to figure out, so there's something else you need to figure out is where it was hit. So you look at the colored die, it's a 3. It went to the catcher. So we look at the catcher's range. Again, poor old Lobaton. He's got a range of A, which is very, very good, actually. So with a range of A, he gives a -2 to the run rating of the base runner. So it drops him from a 6 to 4. So they're going to try and throw out the lead runner. They're going for it. Bad bunt goes, and jumping out from behind the plate is Lobaton. He's going to try and get the runner out and roll a 12. All right. On the 12, it's okay because, fortunately, if the 12 was on the original roll, then all kinds of crazy stuff happens. But when you're trying to get the runner out, there is no craziness on the 12. So it's simply they don't get the runner. Actually, they do get the runner because the runner needs to make his run rating. He is a 6, -2 from the catcher, so to 4, he rolled over the 4. So they're going to get the force play. So bad sacrifice there, and it costs the Braves on the fielder's choice out at second. It's going to be out at second is going to be a 2. We'll call it a 2-4. That's fine. All right. So that's how that's done. So Newcomb not only can't pitch, he can't bunt either. So great. Ender Inciarte, he can hit. He's batting .250. And that is a 10 tough against DeGrom. 0-6 strikeout. And that's going to do it. So all that shenanigans for nothing. And we go to the bottom of the second inning. Newcomb against Ahmed Rosario. That is an 8. 8 is tough. 51. And it's going to be one of these games. I just knew it was going to be one of these games. So Ahmed Rosario, tough, 51. So 1 to 50 is a strikeout. 50-50 chance of getting them strikeout. Nope, 51-52 is a double against lefties. So double by Rosario gets things started for the Mets. It's going to be one of these games. When the dice rolls start going against you, you just know it's going to happen. All right, Jester, what were Newcomb's splits against left? His strat card is loaded with bombs versus lefties. On the pitcher cards, there's no splits. On the pitcher card in Payoff pitch, there's no splits for lefties. Lefty-righty splits. All right, Jose Lobaton. 9, that is Patient 31. And that's going to be a single. So Patient, Ahmed Rosario, what was your run rating? He is a run of 9. So with an Patient result, 31, a Patient 31 is a single. And stopping at third on the single will be Rosario. So Lobaton. So runners at the corners for Jacob deGrom, which is not bad hitter. Not a bad hitter. So they're just going to let him swing away. He's got actually a pretty good chance of getting something off of Newcomb. 8, well, that's a tough one, though. 94 is a strikeout. So he does get deGrom on the strikeout, which is actually, I thought deGrom was going to have a really good chance of getting a hit there. So Newcomb luckily gets the out. That brings up his Drupal Cabrera 1-for-1 with the single. Newcomb versus Carrera. Runners are first and third. Defense is playing back. As a 5, tough 66. And that is out of range. 66 is a grounder down to third. Could be a double play. So double play is 7, double play is 7, so 7 or less, they'll get the double play, and they do it. That is a 5-4-3 around the horn, and the run comes in but doesn't count. 5-4-3 double play. And somehow, some way, Sean Newcomb wins his magic. And they do not score, so we stay one apiece here in the top of the third. Ozzy's up, flew out to center field his first time. You can see the big difference. deGrom, he doesn't have any wheelhouse checks. He does have a ballpark, but it's way down here in 11. We have 1 patient result and 1 in-play result, and a defense on 2. So most everything's going to be tough, so hard to get hits on a tough pitcher. He does have the in-play on a 7, but we'll see. Well, there's a 7, 34, right-hander. That's a single, so it's got to go all in the right way for the Braves to have a chance here. So he is a beast stealer. Ozzy's going to try and get the jump again. And that is a 10. He did not get the jump, okay, because it's higher than the hold rating. And if you roll 10 or higher, you still go, but you get a -2 to your run rating, or your stolen base rating. So he's a B is 8. Let me just right. B is 8. He gets a +1 from the catcher's arm, so that takes him to 9. But he loses 2, so he's down to a 7. So did not get a good jump on this one. And 7 or less is what he needs to be successful. And this time, bad jump, he got caught stealing. So Ozzy's out, getting caught stealing second base, and this is not going well. That brings up Acuna. 1-for-1 with the single. Oh, he's the one that had the stolen base. Right. He had the stolen base. So Ozzy's out trying to steal. 7 in play, 83 out of range. That's a fly ball to center field. Making the catch out there is Lagares. 2 away. Freddie Freeman. 6. Tough. 96. Doesn't matter. It's going to be a fly ball to right. And a very promising start to the inning goes away. We go to the bottom of the third, still tied up at 1 apiece. Sean Newcomb against William Flores doubled in the first inning. 3 tough, 68. And he's going to get him out. This one's going out to right field. Marquez on the run towards the line, and plenty of time makes the catch. 1 away. Yonis Cespedes walked his first time up. And that is a 7 ballpark. 37 is a wheelhouse. So wheelhouse check 1 to 54 will be a hit. That is a 34. That is a single. So cranks that one into center field. Always look at the colored dice. It'll tell you a lot of important information. So into center field, Cespedes. Let's look at his. Always is a Steeler. A Steeler. Let's look at our Flowers. He's got a forearm. That's horrible. So he's going to try to get the jump. So hold rating of 6. So he needs a 6 or less for Cespedes. That is a 9. Almost got a bad jump, but decided not to go. So no advance there. Todd Frazier's up. As a patient 34 walked him, so he still gets to second. Some runners at first and second. You got to stay away from these patient results, buddy. Jay Bruce, Niner, patient, 69, out of range, and a 69 is a ground ball to short. Double play time, 5 and 7. So 5 or less for a double play. It's a 10, so it's higher than both of them. Higher than a 7 and higher than a 5. So they only get the runner on first. So it's going to be it was a ground ball, I think, to short. So, and the runners are going to move up on the play. As they tried to, no, that would have, I gotta undo that because, no, they didn't have time. It was tough in the whole play. And they were just able to get the runner at first. Runners advance because of such a tough play. So runners at second and third. There is 2 away. Along the Garris, grounded to Ozzie at second base the first time. Jay Bruce. Oh, he already hit. Sorry. Juan Lagares. 6, tough, 0-2, and he's going to get him on a strikeout. So somehow, some way, Sean Newcomb weaving his magic, trying to keep us in this game. Somehow, some way. All right, that brings up Nick Marquez, singled his first time up and scored. Ronald Acuna. 4, tough, 59 righty, and that's out of range. 59, grounded down to first. 1 away, Tyler Flowers. 12er. Oh, it's tough for DeGrom. Of course it is. 16, tough, strikeout. Flowers down on strikes. Normally 12s are going to give you your defense or wheelhouse, things like that, but not on DeGrom. It's a tough one for DeGrom. Dansby Swanson, 2 away here in the 4th inning. 7 in play, but 95 is out of range. That's going to be a fly ball out to left field. And Yonis Cespedes catches it and tosses it into the fans. And they head back to the dugout. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 1-1 ball game. Ahmed Rosario doubled the lead off the second. That is an 8 tough. 0-2. Steve Reich 3 called on the outside corner. And that's 1 away. Jose Lobaton single. Jose Lobaton has an 8 tough again. 62. And against the lefties, out of range. 62. Oh, he would have been a strikeout. 62 is a grounder to second. Ozzie is going to backhand that one. Throw across his body. That brings up Jacob deGrom. 9, patient, 67, and out outside his range, but it's a grounder to Ozzy at second. And once again, Sean Newcomb magically, somehow, he's got all the right moves going on for the Braves. I think the last time he started, he gave up like 7 runs in the first 3 innings. So, and now that I said that, he probably will start sucking big time. Jacob deGrom against Ryan Flaherty. And that is an 11, so that is a ballpark. 68, though, is just in play. So against the right-hander, 1-40. Whoop, foul ball. Try again. And that is a 10. Ooh, just outside a double, but a leadoff single. And once again, do they try to steal to get into scoring position? No, not with the pitcher spot due up. Once again, we're going to try this pitching thing. Do we try? He's an awful bunter. I mean, he's not bad. I mean, C's average, right? So 7 or less. But we know who's on, right? We know the slow Flaherty's on. He's got a run rating of 6, so we're going to try a bunt again. Try to get him over. It's a 9, so it's a bad bunt again. This dice tells us where it goes again. And that happens to be the catcher again. So it's the same damn thing we just had. So they're going to try and get the lead runner out. He's a 6. He loses 2 because the catcher has got a good range, right? Range on Lobaton is an A, which gives him a -2. It just so happens it went to the catcher again. So we need a 4 or less to get him safe again. Nope, they got him on the field. Ugh, fielder's choice. And we're going to call that a 2, 2, 2, 2, 4 again. Why not? So Sean Newcomb, 2 bunts right in front of the plate. Can't get out of his own way here, but at least he's keeping us in the game. I got to give him credit. Top of 5, it's 1-1 ball game. Ender 10 tough. 0-8, that's going to be a strikeout. And once again, another promising inning going to the wayside here for the Braves. Ozzy, 1 for 2, single and caught stealing in the 3rd inning. 7 in play, 54, and that's out of his range. 54 is a grounder down to first. Making the play out there is Wilmer Flores. And that's going to do it. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Sean Newcomb as Drupal Carrera. He's 1 for 2, singled in the 1st, and then hit into the 5-4-3 double play in the 2nd inning. 6, tough, 88. And a lefty, that's out of range, so 88 is going to be grounder. Short, Swanson. He's going to throw it on target. Freeman gets him by a couple steps. Wilmer Flores, 1 for 2, doubled in the 1st. Flew out to right field in this 3rd inning. Wheelhouse check for Wilmer Flores, 1-41. That is a 0-9, which 99% of the time is a home run, but not against Wilmer Flores. He only, against left-handers, it's a 1-6. He needs a home run. Versus right-handers, it's a 1-50. So it does not hit lefties well at all. A 9 is only a double, so whoo-wee. Hold on to your hats, Cowboys. So Wilmer Flores is only a run 4, too, so he cannot advance on anything. So he'll go station to station. He's just too slow. Yoenis Cespedes 1 on, 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Cespedes walked in the 1st and singled in the 3rd. A tough, 96. That's going to be fly ball out to left field. And Flores is not going anywhere. Not going anywhere, so 2 away. Come on, Sean. Todd Frazier flew out to left field and walked in the third. Sean Newcomb weaving his web of magic again. 10, patient 71, and out of range. He did it again. Got through another inning. F8. That's going to be a fly ball, and out there in center field, Enciarte is going to come in and make the catch. And wow, unbelievable. 6 hits by the Mets, only 1 run. 5 hits by the Braves, only 1 run. We got a good pitcher's duel. Unbelievable. I mean, you expect it with DeGrom, but not with Newcomb. So Acuna, his turn. He's 1 for 2, singled and stole second. Came in to score on the RBI single by Nick Markakis, all in the first inning. If you're just joining us, all the action took place in the first inning. Ronald Acuna. And that is a 6 tough 11 strikeout. Tough. He's just damn tough. Freddie Freeman. We could use a wheelhouse check for Freddie. 10 tough 29. Nope, strike him out. So 2 strikeouts in the inning. That brings up Matt Kakis. 1 for 2, single and grounder down to first. 7 in play, 57 out of range. 57 is a grounder back to DeGrom. DeGrom underhands it over to first base, Flores. It's going to be a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Jay Bruce is up. Bruce is 0 for 2. Oh, God. Fortunately, it's just an in play. 1-39. Oh, that's a 34. And we're going to give him a single on that. So Jay Bruce now gets a single. He's slow, though. Runs a 4. So he's not stealing anything. He's an F stealer. And he's not going very fast. Juan Nagaris, strikeout and a grounder to second base. Oh, our first defensive check. So we have not looked at this, but basically our defensive plays. I'll show you here. Everything I'm going to tell you is kind of on this sheet here, but what you do is you look at the first 10-sided dice. If it's odd, even, if it's even, it's an error. E for even, E for error. So it's odd, so this is going to be a range play. And then this tells you the position. So it's going to be a range play on the left fielder. That's going to be Ronald Acuna Jr. So Ronald Acuna in left field has got a range of D. Not good. Slow. So at Citi Field, range of D is a 1-53 will be a hit. And that is a 0-5, so that will be a hit. Now, to find out if it's a single or a double, you roll the dice again. 2-9, it's a single. 10-12, it's a double. So just remember, if it's a single-digit number, it's single. If it's a double-digit number, it's a double. So we roll these again to find out if it's a single or a double, as Acuna can't get to it. And that is a 5, so single-digit number, it's a single. So on the single into left field, and Bruce is only going to make it to second. He's pretty slow out there. Juan Nagaris. So 2 men on with nobody out. Ahmed Rosario, he's only a C bunter, not great. He's average. C is average, right? C is average. Sacrifice bunt to C will give you a 7. He's just going to swing against Sean Newcomb here. And Sean Newcomb's on a very, very tight leash here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 3 is tough, actually. So that's good. 49. And Rosario, 1-50 strikeout. So, big strikeout there for Sean Newcomb. So 2 men on, 1 away now for Jose Lobaton. And DeGrom is due up next. We're going to face Lobaton here. That is a 6. Another tough 94. 94 is going to be fly ball out to left field. Ozzie makes the catch and 2 away. So DeGrom, do DeGrom stay in? No. How many has he faced? He is in the. He'll be coming up on the 7th inning. He fatigues after the. I think it's after the 7th inning. I don't think they come into the 7th inning fatigued. That's something I need to double check on. So does DeGrom bat with 2? Nope. I think they're going to pull DeGrom. Now is a great opportunity. They only have one, and it's Nimmo. It's the only player that came in off the bench. He's a lefty, so maybe they are going to keep DeGrom hitting. That's a tough decision. You could go either way. It's a tie ball game. Trying to get runs at this point. There's 2 men on. Do you bring your pitcher up to hit? How well did Nimmo hit left-handers? Not bad. 234. That's a tough decision. I think, you know, I think DeGrom's going to come out. DeGrom, they pull Nimmo back on, and DeGrom picks up the bat and heads to the batter's box. Again, he's not a bad hitter. Doesn't tell me what he batted at all, but he's a 5 card, which is average. 7 ballpark. 77, which is going to be an in play. So an in play is only a 1 to 22. So he's got a 22% chance. 1 out of every 4 times he'll get a hit. Not this time. 98, thank God. It's a fly ball out to left field. Whew, Acuna is going to make the catch, and somehow, some way, Newcomb gets us through 6 innings. Unfrickin' believable. Thank you, Sean Newcomb. Well, that'll be the last you see of Sean Newcomb, at least today. All right, now we got to face off against DeGrom, though. But this will be his last inning. DeGrom. So Flowers struck out and flew out to left field. 6, tough, 90. And that's going to be a ground ball to short Rosario. He's going to make the play, 1 away. Dansby Swanson, 0 for 2, ground ball to short and a fly ball to left field. We could use something good. Patient might be good, but his 96 is not going to be good enough. Nope. Fly ball to left. 2 away. Brings up Ryan Flaherty. Ryan Flaherty is actually 2 for 2 and was forced out twice on bad bunts by Sean Newcomb. 7 in play, 40, and he goes 3 for 3, Ryan Flaherty, and this time we're not having Sean Newcomb bunt. For the love of God, no. Sean Newcomb is out, thank God. All right, so Ryan Flaherty goes 3 for 3. We are not going to let somebody bunt him and throw him out. So Jacob DeGrom is up, huh? I think Johan Camargo is going to come in and pinch hit. Johan Camargo. So we got a pinch hitter and Camargo. All right, runner at first now. Ryan Flaherty's only a C stealer. We're not doing anything with him. We're just gonna let Camargo hit. We're not gonna even try to think about stealing or bunting or anything crazy. We're gonna let Flaherty enjoy his time at first base. All right, DeGrom against Johan Camargo. J versus J. And that is a 6 tough, 19 strikeout. So strikes out, and that's going to end the inning, unfortunately. Now, we have to bring in a new pitcher. So we have a switchy, a righty, and a righty coming up. So probably not. We only have two that came in, Milan and Freeman. So it looks like it's going to be Milan's turn to shine here in the bottom of the seventh. All right, new pitcher. And Milan is not. He's not in the game yet. I gotta add him in. Okay, so hang on a second. I gotta add him into the lineups. Add new player. Moylan. Peter. He bats right, or I'm sorry, he throws right. So okay, and then we're gonna add another one. We're just gonna make insert Sam Freeman. Is he in? Sam Freeman. Sam Freeman's not in. So Sam, the man, Freeman. Now Sam is a lefty. Okay. So it's save a roster. All right, there we go. So it's Drupal Cabrera versus Peter Milan. And we got to actually switch over to the right side. There we go. So we're in the bottom of the seventh inning, still 1-1. Two, Patient 26. He's a right-hander now, so that's a walk. So leadoff walk to Cabrera. He's an F stealer, 6-run. Not the bestest. Come on, Peter. We need a better outing from you, buddy. Wilmer Flores, 2 doubles on the day, and a fly out to right field. Wheelhouse, 87, right-hander, and that is a single, actually. 64 to 88. That is an 87. So Flores gets the single on the 88 or 87. And because it's a wheelhouse check, runner moves an extra base. So on the single, moving to third is Cabrera, and that is danger. We should have left. We should have left our dude in there, Sean Newcomb. Good Lord, what did you do to me, Peter Milan? Cespedes comes in. Defense is going to come in. Defense has got to come in. They cannot let this run in. Runners at first and third. We're going to play. Are we going to play corners in, or now we're going to play defense all in? We're going all in here. Cannot let that run cross. So for you at home, Cabrera is a 6. 6. 6, huh? Yeah. Defense will play in. That's fine. Cespedes, 8. Tough, 62. Strikes out Cespedes. Whew. Big strikeout there by Milan. 1 away. So they can either play back and go for the double play. Frazier hits into double play in a 7. He's a 9. So we will play back. If we have to give up the 1 run, that's fine. So defense back. Yo 11, defense, even. So error, second base error, man. Second base is Ozzy. He's an error of 5. He's the best in the business, baby. So 1 to 29 will be an error. 1 to 29, and then this will tell us if it's a 1 base or 2 base error, if he does make the error, or a 1 base or 2 base advance. It is a 15, so 1 to 29 is an error. God damn it. But it is a 1 base error on Ozzy. So 5 error, 1 to 29 is an error. 30 to 99 would have been out. So Ozzy, what are you doing to me? So Reese is on an error. Cabrera comes in to score. Flores moves to second. Error on second baseman. Ozzy, that's the first error he's had this whole season, I think. Oh, could have been a double play, could have been an out, could have been something, but no. So runners at first and second now for Jay Bruce. Singled his last time up. Ozzy, I can't believe you failed me like that, Ozzy. 6, tough, 44. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. God. He's done it to me again. Jay Bruce against a right-handed pitcher. 44 on a tough. That's a double. Damn. 44. Killing me, guys. You're absolutely killing me. For his scores, Frazier. Does Frazier want to try? He's a run of 6. The arm rating for Nick Markakis, what's his arm rating? Is an 8. So you know what? They're going to send him 6 or less. 6 or less, he's safe. A 7, then we have to roll on the chart, and 8 or higher, he'll be out. Yeah, it doesn't sound. No, no. Leave the runner at third. That's fine. Jay Bruce, you jerky jerk. So runners is second and third, and 2 runs in for the Mets, and I can hear the applause and cheers all the way from Combat Painter's house. Good Lord, Juan Lagares, 1 for 3 with a single in the 6th. Runners is second and third, still only 1 out. How do we manage this here? We could intentionally walk him, ring up Rosario. He double plays on a 7. We need a double play because I don't really want to pull the defense in. So, yep, Lagares is. They're going to intentionally walk Lagares to set up the double play, so it's going to be an intentional walk. That brings up Ahmed Rosario. Bases juiced. 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 runs in for the Mets. They take the 3-1 lead. But remember, DeGrom is now out of the game. Peter Millan versus Ahmed Rosario. 10. Patient 0-1, and that's going to suck because that's going to walk in a run. God bless it. Jose Lobaton, bases loaded still. 6, tough, 40, right-hander 40, strike him out. All right, so now they can play back with the pitcher spot coming up. Well, we know DeGrom is out, so they might as well use their pinch hitter. Now sounds like a good time. And that is Brandon Nimmo. Brandon Nimmo. Where are you? There you are. All right, so Brandon Nimmo comes in to face off against Peter Millan. 3 runs in, still bases loaded, 2 away, bottom of the 7th. 10, another patient, but 80 against a right hand. What? I think there's something wrong with his card. 189 is a walk, 90 to 94 is a double, 95, 96 is a triple, 97 is a single, and 98 to 102 is a hit by pitch. I think I remember seeing something about that. Let's see if there's an updated card. I believe Brandon Nimmo. Let's see if we've got the updated card for him. Maybe we don't. Huh. Well, We rolled an 80, but an 80 to 89 is a walk against right-handers. So I guess we're going to give him the walk. And Milan walks another one in. Great. Good job there. So I don't know. I thought I remember seeing something about Nimmo's card was wrong. I thought it came in one of the packs. I thought I brought it. I thought I put it into the game. Oh well. We'll just move on. So another run, and the Mets take a 4-1 lead. And that's going to be it for Peter Milan, who's now walked in. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even give him his walk, did I? No, Brandon Nimmo gets a walk. So now that's 4 runs in. Right. All right, so that's going to be it. So we are going to tell it that we are now got to bat around in the 7th inning. Yeah, we had a walk, a single, a strikeout, an E4, a double, a walk, a strikeout, and a walk, and now another walk. Jeez Louise. All right. So new pitcher coming in, Sam Freeman. He will bat in the A spot. And for some reason it didn't take that I put in Peter Milan. Oh, you know why? I bet you I put him in the goddamn 9th spot, didn't I? Nope, I think I just actually forgot to add him in. So all those runs and everything went against our other pitcher. Oh well, damn it. I'm not going to undo it. All right, so as Drew Cabrera still bases loaded, 2 away, and Sam the Man Freeman comes in. Niner, patient 41. That's a single. Single. All right, another run comes in. Rosario, what's his run rating? So Rosario is a run of 9. He's going to come in with 2 away, 2 outs. He gets the auto advance to home. So 2 runs come in. And Nemo, where's Nemo? What's your run rating? He's a 7, so he will advance to 3rd on the single. And it was such a good game, too. Such a good game. 6 runs in the 7th inning. Unbelievable. Wilmer Flores, runners at the corners. Ballpark, 31. That sounds like a wheelhouse check to me. Wheelhouse, Wilmer Flores, 1-88 will get him a hit. A 90 will not get him a hit, though. It'll give him a ground ball to short, and somehow, some way, there might be a little light at the end of the tunnel. But the Mets score 6 brutal runs. But we finally made it into their bullpen. And they don't have any lefties. They're all righties. So it looks like it's Paul Sewald's coming in. And I doubt he's in the game. Paul Sewald. Nope. All right. So I'm going to have to add in a few Mets pitchers. So everyone take a minute break here as I add some players to the roster. So it's Sewald. He is Paul. And he's a righty-righty. And I say, okay, add another player. We might as well add them all. Robert, let me just make sure Gesellman. Okay, he's not in there. And AJ Ramos. Let me make sure he's not in there. AJ Ramos. Okay, so let's add these 2 guys. So Gesellman, Robert, righty-righty. Okay. And then Ramos, AJ, righty-righty. Okay. Save roster. Okay. There we go. That doesn't take but a second. There we go. So Paul Sewald is coming in to pitch for your New York Mets, and this game was blown open in the bottom of the seventh. He is going to be batting in the ninth spot. Yes. All right. So that brings up Ender Inciarte. Braves down 6 runs, top of the eighth. Crazier things have happened though. 10, patient. 98 though, not that patient. He's a righty. 98's a fly ball out to right field. Ozzy's up. Made that big error. I mean, just think of how many runs would not have scored. The E4 would have been the second out of the inning, and then the third out would have been the strikeout. So they let in 1, 2, 3 more runs after that. So, yeah. So it cost us 3 big runs. Ozzy, come on now. Get back out on that field and practice that ground ball. Niner in play 15. Oh, just missed a triple. It's going to be a single, though. Stealing is not what we want at this point. Ronald Acuna not down by 6 runs. 4 in play 10. Double. In play, double. And coming in to score is Albies because it's an in-play check and he's got higher than 6, so he gets an extra base. So it's going to be a double. Coming all the way to come in to score is Albies. It's now a 7-2 ball game. Runner on second. 2 strikeouts for Freeman. He can make things interesting here. Come on, Freddie. Niner in play again. 22. Single. Runner on second. Acuna. That is a, what is that? 9 in play. So on an in play with a run of 6, he can do it. No, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Whoa. Runner second to home. It depends on which. Right. He needs an in play. I'm sorry. In play. That's right, because we changed it. In play, and it went to right field. So he needs an 8 or higher to go. Second to home, he needs an 8 or higher. Ronald Acuna is only a 7. So he could risk it. What is Jay Bruce's arm rating? He's an 8. Now, I think we'll just take runners at the corners. Runners at the corners with 1 away for Nick Markakis. 1 run in. Niner, another in play, 0-1. And that's going to be a double. And Acuna scores. Freddie Freeman, what's your run rating, buddy? 6. So you don't get the auto advance either. He'll stop at third. So runners at second and third, 2 runs in. And that's going to be it for Sewald. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but he's going to be done. So Gesellman's going to come in. And he's going to bat in the 9th spot. Okay. So Gesellman's going to come in to face off against Tyler Flowers. We do have 1 man we could bring in, a lefty. Preston Tucker. He plays outfield, though. Gesellman versus Tyler Flowers. Runners at second and third. Defense will play back. They'll give up a run for an out at this point. 2 Tough. Tough 23. Unfortunately, a 2. Got the 2, but it's a tough. We needed a 12 is what we needed. 23 is a strikeout. So second out goes to Tyler Flowers. Dansby Swanson. Runners at second and third, 2 away. Dansby Swanson, here he comes. Niner. Tough. 99. Wow. Fly ball to left. Yep, left field. And the 2 runs do not come in to score. But they do pick up 2. It's now a 7-3 ball game. Sam the Man Freeman versus Jonas Cespedes. Was that 8? Tough. 0-2 strikes him out. Todd Frazier. E4. A F8, a walk, and an F7. 6, tough, 83, out of range. Grounded to short. 2 away, and we're almost to the 9th. Jay Bruce. Bruce with the RBI double last inning. Defense, range, range, right fielder. Right fielder out there is Markakis, and we just had him. Let's pull up his range here. Markakis, range in right field. Only a C. So 1 to 38 will be a hit. 1 to 38 is a hit. It is a 27, so that's a hit. It's a single. So single falls in as Markakis can't get to that one. And Jay Bruce has got 3 hits in a row. That brings up Juan Lagares. Yo, Evan, tough, 52. Tough, 52. And this card is screwed up as well. No, it's not. What am I thinking? 52. Wow. Juan Lagares. He's very good versus lefties, but not very good against right-handers. But it shows a 379 average. I think there's something wrong with this card. But anyways, a 52 is will be an out if I can find it. 5-2. There it is. Pops it up to the catcher. We go to the 9th. Oops. So Gesellman will start pitching the 9th, and if it gets close, we always can fall back on A.J. Ramos. So Ryan Flaherty's up, pitcher spot up next, so we got our Preston Tucker for that. So Flaherty's got a hit, and though, you know, he's 3 for 3 on the day, so can he go 4 for 4? 10, tough. Tough 60, just outside his range, actually. It's a fly ball to left, so he can't go 4 for 4. That brings up the pitcher spot. So we're going to bring in Preston Tucker. Pinch hitter. Tucker. Tucker will come in. 7-3 ball game. 1 out here in the top of the 9th. Gesellman. 7 in play, 78's out of range though, 78, and it's a fly ball to center. And the Braves are down to their last out here. And that's Ender Inciarte. 2 strikeouts, and a flyout. It's a very quiet day for Ender. Come on, Ender. 10, tough, 20. Tough 20. Right-hander got him, struck him out. So Gesellman comes in and shuts down the Braves, and that's going to do it for game number 29 of the season. The Mets are going to take this one. Let's end this game. And the loss is actually going to go to, for some reason, never put in Milan. who should have taken the loss. So we're going to have to give the loss to Freeman, or Newcomb, actually, unfortunately. And DeGrom with the win. Because he was he still pitching when they got the 6 runs in the 7th? Yes, because he pitched the top of the 7th. So DeGrom gets the win. No save, and that'll do that. Yeah. We don't need that. So the Braves taking on the chin to the Mets this time. And we got one more game against the Mets, game number 30 of the season. Let's save this as game 29. Game number 29. And we got one more against the Mets. But your final score here from Citi Field, and I can hear Combat Painter cheering all the way over here. The Mets take this one in a close one. Up until the 7th inning, it was a humdinger. Tooth and nail. Sean Newcomb deserved better. He did just pitched well, so I got to give my buddy Sean Newcomb. Oh, listen to me. I'm calling him my buddy now. I'm calling him my buddy. You should have heard me cussing him out the other day. Sean Newcomb, I got to give him some credit. I mean, he doesn't have the greatest card, but he pitched decent today. Got those all-important outs when he needed them, and kept the Mets to 1 run through his 6 innings of work. And unfortunately, this stupid game, I think I forgot to put Bawan in when he replaced him. So everything that happened went in on Sean Newcomb. So Sean Newcomb's going to take the loss, and he's going to get all those runs that he didn't deserve to give up. So next time Sean Newcomb pitches, I'll have to remind everyone that he actually has a better record than the stats in ball score. But there you go. That's going to do it for game number 29. Game number 30 will be against the Mets. Thanks, everyone, for joining me. Tribe Fans Sports Time Machine. Check out those wonderful, wonderful channels out there. Everyone else that came by, I appreciate it. We'll see everyone next time. Till then, take care.